Welcome to the Mike and Brad Show. I am Mike.
And I guess that makes me Brad.
And wait, this is a little tiny new background, as you can see.
Yes.
It's like the Today Show, if you will.
Al Roke is going to walk by.
Real customers walking on behind us. And if they, you know how I'll never understand how those people, they'll go up to New York, 5:30 in the morning, just to stand there, behind there, going like this.
To wave, yeah. I did that at the Celtics.
It's absolutely nuts. If you told me, Mike, I'm going to New York, and I said, what are you going to go? Statue of Liberty, Empire State Building? No, I'm going to stand behind the camera crew.
And harass Al Roke.
And yeah, the people who are on that show probably think they're nuts. Like these people,
oh, yeah.
They probably talk about them once they get back in there.
I can't judge this at all. That's exactly what I did at the Celtics game, because the Celtics game on Comcast and Nesson at halftime of the show. Did I send you the video? Yeah, you saw the video.
Do you have the clip by any chance?
Yeah, I have the clip. I could overlap that where I'm going nuts, trying to draw all the attention on me.
Like an idiot.
Because obviously I have attention problems.
You were loud. You were screaming. Did you take your shirt off in that?
No, I don't think so. I probably would have got kicked out of TD God.
He was screaming and yelling.
I had a
chest pounding.
I had a little bit to drink at that game.
A little bit.
It was a great game, though. Big win for the Celtics. It was a good game.
Big win. Yeah, so he was one of those people in the background where I'm like, and that as a person who watches stuff like that, when don't these people understand they're trying to do an interview here? They're trying to.
And let's drive them
these
nuts.
Maniacs behind them.
You got idiots like me here. I'll show you what it looks like from my perspective.
It was absolutely insane. We got a little thing, I guess, because it's a new setup. He's working on stuff. Going over. Oh, that's what he looked like. That's what he looked like behind the people.
They're like, "Hi, Mom."
It was absolutely insane. When we saw that, we were going crazy.
I'm surprised.
I actually have that screenshot. I'm not sure if I deleted it, but we used to in our we have a personal group that we have, a group of friends, and every now and then, if you want to make a point, we put the screenshot of Brad acting like an idiot.
Which happens often. I do like to act like an idiot. So yes, I've never done it on the Today Show though. Who's up that early?
Yeah. So thank you for joining us. This is awesome.
Yeah, new layout. We had a lighting issue on the opposite side. We might be moving the studio to Cranston, the Cranston Brewed Awakenings. Thank you to Brewed Awakenings for having us host this amazing and insanely successful show.
Cranston's gonna be about a year.
What do you mean?
Before it's ready.
Oh, no, I mean the one that's open on Pontiac. Anyways, it's not important. Listen, speaking of the success of this amazing show, there was a time where every week, and I felt kind of bad doing this, where we'd start the show by reminding our viewers that my good friend Mike is a deaf man.
Oh, did we get more YouTube
stuff?
Yes.
Yes.
Every week we post on YouTube, somebody says, what the hell is that on his head?
Yes, we got another one.
And the best one so far is, why is he wearing Snapple caps? So, what did this person say?
So, I have the exact quote. So, for a while, the guy was like, why does he have Snapple caps? And then, the next week, so we would address every week. But then I don't want to every week open the show with, hey, this is my friend, he's deaf. So we stopped doing it. The moment we stopped talking on the show about how Mike's deaf, what do we get for a comment? Last week's show here on YouTube, the comment is, at least they're polite, if you don't mind me asking. That's at least it's way nicer than the why does he have Snapple caps?
Because they were probably pondering it. They probably paused it, zoomed in, brought people in. What do you think is going on with this guy? All right, got what they say, if you don't mind me asking.
If you don't mind me asking, what is that thing on the side of Mike's head? That's the comment.
And they addressed me as Mike, which is cool, because if they saw me on the street, they were like, hey, that's Mike and Brad.
But with the Snapple caps on his head,
that's the guy. Did you respond?
No, I never respond. I never ever respond.
So I'm a man of mystery.
Well, we address it on the show. If they just watch the show, they'll figure it out. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's never a good idea to respond to YouTube comments, and it's really never a good idea to read YouTube comments.
Do you have a name for them?
Oh, no, I didn't write it. I didn't write down his user.
You're watching, Brad just mentioned, so thank you for being polite about it.
Yeah, he was
some
the
people
polite-
like Snapple caps right out of the gate.
He was the nicest
the
guy so
nicest-
far.
yeah.
And I lost track with how many times people have brought up Mike's cochlear implants in the YouTube comments. So anyways, thanks for watching. Speaking of which, I don't know if you know this big news. I know it's Valentine's Day, but you know it's also YouTube's birthday today.
Oh.
YouTube turns 20 years old today.
And I wonder if it was by accident or coincidence that they started on Valentine's Day.
Right in the actually, we have a producer, Jeff Pierce. Maybe he can fact check that for us. Was YouTube intentionally started on Valentine's Day, or is that a coincidence? But I was told from Tom, our good friend Tom, a very hairy friend, that today is YouTube's 20th birthday. I don't know how YouTube survived before we started the Mike and Brad show, which is fairly recently, but now YouTube is
Would you
thriving.
consider us influencers?
Yeah, big time. Now everybody's getting goatees like
Brad's
Mike.
influenced the audience today to stand behind productions and act like an idiot.
I can't believe they're not all lined up out here
Yeah, there's
trying
nobody,
to get in the shot.
Yeah,
Hasn't caught on yet. It will.
it will catch on. It'll catch on. Next thing you know, yeah.
Happy birthday, YouTube.
Happy birthday, YouTube. That's a pretty cool tip.
As you know, we state this every week. We don't really get into politics or anything, but I do have to ask you about this question. How do you feel that apparently they're getting rid of the penny? Do you have any opinion on that?
Because it was
No more
costing
penny.
3 cents.
3 cents.
Because it was
3
costing
cents
3
for
cents
a
to make
penny.
1 penny.
That
So
is-
it's a great move, actually.
That is hilarious.
And it
Pennies
is
are-
hilarious.
pennies are obnoxious.
They are.
They're
And
obnoxious.
one time when I was working at the Journal, a homeless person walked by and was asking for change, and I had a pocket full of change because I used to put it in my jar, like most Americans. That's the real American thing to do, by
Yeah,
the way.
put it in the thing
Put
in
it in
the
a
car.
jar, and so I had a pocket full of change, and I gave it to him, and I felt pretty good. You know, what I mean, I got some points
Probably
there.
swore at you.
And then he's walking away, and he's throwing the pennies.
I can't say I blame him.
He was just throwing the pennies away, and I'm like,
Can you blame him? I
and
don't
he
blame
was
him.
homeless.
I don't blame him. Even the homeless don't want your pennies. I would, one time, I was in Providence. We had taken my niece's ice skating. And you had to pay the meter. You put your quarters and your coins in the
Yeah.
meter. And now, I think you probably know this, Mike, but you know the one coin it won't accept.
Is a penny.
A penny doesn't count for anything. So I'm over there and I'm loading my change and I'm putting the pennies in. And my
That's
niece,
a lot of pennies if you're gonna feed a meter.
well, but it doesn't accept them.
Yeah.
And my niece goes, Brad, they don't count the pennies. I said, oh, I know. I'm just trying to get rid of the pennies. So I was literally putting my
There
nickel.
was no wishing wells around.
Nothing. Just getting rid of them. I was like, I don't know what to do with them. I don't want them in my car anymore.
Yeah.
So I literally put like 50 pennies in there that counted for nothing to my pocket. But the homeless don't want them. The parking meters don't want them. Let's get rid of the pennies. We should just get rid of all the coins. The quarter should be the smallest denomination. What do we need a nickel for?
Just round up to the dollar. Everything should be a dollar. So it's either $1.
Quarters- you don't think quarters
or
are fun?
$1 and up.
Yeah, but how
Everything.
are we gonna flip a coin to decide anything without a quarter? We need a quarter.
Shoot for it. One rock, paper, scissors. But pennies in it. It always made me laugh when people like if you go by like a water fountain and you'll see tons.
Right.
Like that works.
Yeah.
Like that's it. Nothing
That's-
else works. And don't pray. But you're gonna throw a silver dollar in the water fountain. A homeless guy is gonna roll up his pants and get in there
Get his
later.
net. He's get his net and just fish
Exactly.
it out.
Yeah.
You know, that's your last. That when Mike and I finally realize we'll never be famous comedians, our last attempt will be to throw some change in the wishing well at the. I don't even know where there is one. Then wasn't there one at the Rhode Island Mall back in the day?
That was all malls had them.
Rest
All
in peace,
malls.
Rhode Island Mall.
And you would think that you would sit there saying, I could go for some of that money right now.
Yeah.
Because there was so much in there. And I guess they scooped it up every now and again. And whoever did the scooping up,
They scored.
they scored.
That's how Mike paid for his Ultima. He paid in wishing well change that he dug. He put his scuba gear on. He just
I
jumped
should
right
put
in.
a coin-operated washer and dryer in my house
Yeah, you
to
should.
get some money from
A
my
wishing
kids.
well on your front lawn.
That's it. So the penny cost 3 cents to make one. So now, could I trade my pennies in? Is it triple the value now?
Ooh. Wow, that's a good question. Can you trade in your pennies for 3
clearly
times
worth-
the amount? Who needs Bitcoin? We have penny coin. What's the word on YouTube Valentine's Day? Is that true?
The domain launched on Valentine's Day.
They did. It launched on Valentine's Day 20 years ago.
Hey, how you doing? That's.
Hey, welcome to the show. Thanks for stopping
Thank
by.
you.
We
Want to say
appreciate
hello?
you. Thank you.
Say
so
hello.
much.
State your name.
She's gonna quit the job after today.
Yeah, I
She's
don't
gonna like
think
that's
she
the
likes
last
us,
day
at
I'm
all.
working at Brood.
Would you like to state your name and
Say
occupation
hi.
into the camera? Come into the camera.
That's right there. You gotta say
Hi.
hi. This
What's
is,
your name?
My name's Jay.
Hi.
This is our studio
Are
chef.
you new here? I've never seen you before.
I started in like November, and I'm usually on the weekends.
Okay. So welcome aboard. This
Welcome
is the
to
Mike
the
and Brad
welcome to
show.
the Mike and Brad show.
And these are Snapple caps I have attached to my
Duct
head.
tapes him to
Yeah.
his head. It's a whole fashion statement. Thank you for bringing the producer food today. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
There it is. There's the food. Thank you.
What is
She's
what
gonna-
you got?
An acai bowl. She's gonna.
I think that's the biggest scam ever. Could people buy that? They buy
They're
that
expensive.
thinking, yeah, it's $12. They buy it thinking it's healthy.
It's not healthy. It's all sugar.
It's
It's
a
all sugar.
diabetic nightmare.
Yeah. Mike eats healthy. He just had a big blueberry muffin loaded with butter. He chooses the right
Actually, I
diet.
didn't put enough butter for my liking on it.
Of course not. Never enough. Speaking of sweets, happy Valentine's Day.
Happy Valentine's
Now
Day.
this is gonna. Well, I'll get this ad today while it's still Valentine's Day. Valentine's Day, of course, one of I'd say the worst holidays. I love my wife and everything, but to me, there is no.
You're forced.
You can't win.
You're forced to do stuff. It's a corporate holiday.
If my wife woke up this morning and I had a helicopter in the driveway, I bought her a helicopter, I put a red bow on it, and roses on every propeller.
Well, I'm gonna
It's
stop
still
you
like,
right there.
well, it's
If you
Valentine's
didn't
Day.
have a card, it's not worth anything.
Well, you gotta have
it's
a card.
the card.
But my point is, you could do the most romantic thing in the world, get her the biggest gift, and it's like, well, it's Valentine's Day, it's expected.
I'd
There's
rather
no
g-
romance, a surprise to it.
This is why me and my wife celebrate Valentine's Day the day before or the day after, because everything's cheaper. Number one, we went to Den Den last night. I don't know if you've
I
ever
don't
been
know
there.
what that
It's
is.
an amazing place on the east side, and because their ramen and it's awesome. And we went there, and just the two of us, and we knew it was the type of place there was going to be no reservations, no.
Did you get your wife a card?
Not yet. Today's young.
Whoa,
The day
you-
is
yeah,
young.
this is- you
I
got
did
last.
get my card, and she got me. I like you know, like Whoppers. They're called Whoppers.
I hate
the mall
Whoppers.
balls. They're the best.
Oh, I hate
Love
them.
Whoppers. So anybody who loves Whoppers, give a little check mark. And,
Throw them in Mike's wishing well in his front lawn. Throw a pack of Whoppers in there. They're nasty.
I got some Whoppers, some M&Ms, and Goobers. I like Goobers. You like Goobers?
It's nice to see that you're
That's
working
not
on that
Raisinets,
diet.
Goobers.
If anybody has a spare gallbladder, by the way, in unrelated news, Mike could use it to soak up all these Whoppers and Goobers that he's having. So you guys celebrate a couple, it's like your own Festivus. You celebrate a couple days early.
Yeah, we hate Valentine's. Just like we think it's a made-up holiday.
forced.
Yeah, you know, if you're really truly in love with somebody, you say Happy Valentine's Day is every day of the year,
And you give them Goobers.
and you give them Goobers or Whoppers.
So don't waste your money on a helicopter like I did.
No.
Happy Valentine's Day. Anyways, I hope you're all having a great one. So in the world of love and affection, our friend from last week, Nick, that was here, posed this question he would like me to ask you. It's another challenge, of course. The question is, how much money would you need to get for the rest of your life, anytime you see somebody applying chapstick, you have to make out with them?
Forcefully?
No, because you'd be in prison. You can't go assaulting somebody. For whatever reason, the whole world's agreed to this. We're like, we'll all make out with Mike. That's fine.
So if Jeff was putting chapstick
You have
on,
to make out with him.
I go up to him and say,
Hey,
"Excuse
sorry,
me,
buddy.
sir.
Shouldn't have put the chapstick on.
Excuse me, sir. I've seen you applying some chapstick. 2 questions. Is it cherry flavor?
Is he give Whopper flavor?
How do you-
by any chance?
And how do you feel about French kissing? Does it have to be a French kiss or just a
Yeah,
kiss on the
the
lip?
term he used was made out, so that's not
made
just
out.
kissing on the lips.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oof.
Yeah.
Well, it is 2025.
Right.
And everything is Vogue. Everything's in style.
Yeah, let's do
so
it.
making out with Jeff would probably
big
be
deal.
par for the course.
Honestly, our viewership would probably go
Especially
way
in
up.
Rhode Island, it's definitely par for the course.
The only thing holding us back from getting more viewership is you're not making out with enough dudes. We would be skyrocketed on YouTube right
The
now.
upside is, no, see, it would be mostly dudes putting chapstick on
Well,
because
women put on
have
chapstick.
lipstick on them.
Yeah, but they put on chapstick.
And on top of their lipstick, I don't think.
They put on chapstick.
Well, we're gonna have
My
to.
wife
That's a
uses
question for our audience.
Yeah.
If you have lipstick on already, Jeff, do you by any chance wear lipstick?
I picked the wrong day to be in the studio audience.
Jeff has these luscious lips. I'll be just following around and wait for him to put chapstick on.
You're like leaving extra
make my
chapstick
move.
in his car. Have a chapstick. So what's the number you would choose?
Oh, and it's in
Chopstick challenge.
What's the word? Perpetuity, like forever, right?
For the rest of your life. But, and maybe you get paid
Like
monthly or
Shark
something.
Tank.
You
So-
get paid monthly or something, you know?
Well, I'm near my death age anyways.
Well, you
so
keep eating those Whoppers and
Probably, we're
Goobers.
talking 10 years at most.
Okay.
I'll probably have to make, it's very rare you see someone put chapstick on, so I would have to follow somebody from CVS after they purchase it, it's right there on the counter. I would say the number is probably about 5 people I would have to make out with. in
5?
10
You think
years.
only 5 people?
I don't see many people applying it.
Really?
Yeah.
All right.
But,
Okay.
so make the 5 people who would get to make out with me, I'm gonna put that number at, you'll be surprised to know, 500,000.
That's it.
That's it, because I don't think I'm gonna see that many.
That's a good deal.
Yeah.
All right. Good to know. I hope
I'm-
you get your 500. I'm looking forward to seeing you make out with random people on the streets. It'll be great. Our producer Jeff sent us a video he wanted us to talk about today. Recently, a Chilean kayaker was swallowed by a humpback whale and survived, was spit
It was
back
a
out.
humpback?
Humpback whale. He's on his kayak, he's doing his thing. Whale comes up, it was caught on video, which I don't understand how they caught it on video. I guess his friend was just waiting, like, hopefully a whale swallows my friend, it'd be a great video.
He probably wasn't even thinking whale, he was probably thinking, I think a shark attack. We talked about this, I don't like the
Yeah.
ocean.
Yeah,
Sharks
the
are
ocean's
everywhere.
terrifying.
I'm not going in the ocean.
His dad was filming it. His dad put the
Yeah,
whale
so
up
he's
to it.
probably just say, hey, check out my son on a kayak out in the ocean. Nope. So this whale
Comes
swallowed
up,
him
swallows him.
whole. Swallowed him.
Like Jonah, swallows him, but I guess he spit him out, the guy's
He
fine.
realized he realized it was a kayak.
How long do you think you could last inside of a whale? Like, let's say you can breathe, you can still get food, but you're in the whale. You can breathe, you can have food, drinks are delivered to you via the whale's mouth, I guess. Somebody gives you. How long do you think you survive down there before you completely have a complete breakdown?
One that's a
Hypothetical is what we're looking for.
hypothetical question because one, there's no whale in the world that's big enough to swallow Mike Murray.
You
number
ever heard of the
one.
blue whale? They're pretty big.
Yeah. All right. So if I was to survive, it would be cramped quarters.
They're probably not comfortable in all likelihood.
Ah.
What if you get a television? They put a television in there? You know, the smell can't be good.
No, the
I would
smell-
think the smell
That's
is
the problem.
off-putting. You know
That's
what I mean?
the problem. So the smell, if I can deal with the smell, so I'll be holding my nose like
Yeah.
this.
But you get a television, you get plenty of whoppers and goobers.
Nobody really watches television anymore. I'll just be on my phone.
Well, you can have your phone.
I'll just be on my phone. Hey guys, I'm in a whale.
Mike is addicted.
No
Mike's
Wi-Fi in the whale.
addicted to TikTok. He's in the whale on his TikTok. You know, sharing all of our American
I'll be on
secrets to China.
TikTok. I'll be on TikTok doing a split screen with the kayaker who is in the whale. Hey, dude. So how was it for you? I'm down here now in the Pacific.
Mike comments, "I feel you, bro."
We should start a club.
So if you had the choice of,
I don't think I would last long. No,
Yeah.
Nobody would last long. It's just
how much for a week? How much? What do you get
$1
paid to
million
live?
it would
$1
be
million
worth.
for 1 week in the whale.
but hey, $1 million after taxes.
Oh yeah, because they screw you on the taxes.
Yeah, and it won't be worth 600,000.
Nah.
And now you talk about like small cramped quarters and TV. It just something triggered my head, and I don't know if you guys noticed. If you're watching from Rhode Island, it's a really cool story. Did you know, Brad? We should have a segment, Did You Know, Brad? Now, because you always do all the questions. So, did you know, Brad, the Providence Place Mall,
Okay.
when it was first constructed, and you ever been in the garage, it's a
It's
nightmare
the
to
worst
navigate.
garage in the world.
Nightmare to navigate.
It's horrible.
You could take pictures of the pole, you could say, all right, I'm on this, and you will still not find your car for a week.
No.
It's the Seinfeld episode.
It's like the Bermuda Triangle, that garage.
Your car goes. All right, so I'm doing one story, but I'm going off that because it reminded me of another story.
Of course you are.
That me and my wife went to the mall, and we came out, our car was stolen. Gone.
Okay.
Gone. Looking for everywhere. Gone. And then security's driving around with like the golf carts, so we stopped security, of course. So our car's been stolen. We gave them all information. Oh, it's this, make this year model, blah, blah, blah. You're parked right there, blah, 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 blah. He says, all right, no problem. He says, why don't you get in the golf cart and we'll drive back to the security office. We'll get the police. They call the police. We're going to meet them all at the security office.
Turns out it was just swallowed by a humpback whale.
So we're going down. You know how you're going down the thing, right? And then we go down like 2 levels.
There's your car.
There's my car.
It's like someone stole it just to move it.
I said, that's exactly what I said. He said, son of a bitch, those bastards moved our car 2 levels. And to play with us, they parked it in the same number spot.
The guy's like,
I'll never forget it. And it took like an hour of our life away forever.
You're like, what about the guy working? That guy's like, what's more likely? Someone stole your car and moved it, or you're an
And
idiot.
there's me and Kathy with bags from shopping. Like, son of a bitch, why us? Why is somebody stealing a car? It was literally too.
What was the guy's reaction?
He had no reaction. Just let us
Dumbfounded.
off.
He couldn't believe
It probably happens every day.
Oh, that poor bastard.
At the mall, it's horrible.
It is a horrible garage.
Horrible place.
That is amazing. Don't park in the Providence Mall. They did not sponsor this. Do all your parking here at Brood Awakenings here in Warwick.
That's it. We're contracted to say Brood Awakening like 3 times. Now, if you don't get the chance to see Brood Awakenings live or on YouTube, we will be. They'll be on TVs at TVs all over.
Yes.
And they'll be on a loop with closed captions. So anytime you come in and watch have a coffee, you can watch the Mike and Brad show. Now, the story that I wanted to get to about the Providence Place Mall install small cramped quarters was this. There was a guy, he was an artist actually, an artist.
They just, I don't know if the camera recorded, they just kissed behind the glass, that couple. How appropriate for Valentine's Day. I think we captured it.
Oh, like a kiss cam.
Yeah, we just caught
With
him.
a kiss cam.
We just caught him. Thank God there was no nudity.
You know,
This
a
is
guy at the
family
Super
show.
Bowl got caught cheating on his wife at the
On
Super
the kiss
Bowl.
cam. Wow.
He told his wife that had tickets with his wife, and he said, "Hey, I really wanted to go with my friend from college." Blah blah blah. Next thing you know, he's on the jumbotron.
That might have just happened to that couple.
Yeah.
Who knows?
So the story is this artist guy, he was in the garage, and he saw an area that was kind of like off in the corner. He built an apartment.
Oh, you told me about this
He
guy.
built an apartment in this thing, complete with electricity. So he had like extension cords. He had a couch. He had a TV. He had a microwave, toaster oven. He had all amenities. And him and his friends would somebody would stay there overnight and everything. They didn't live there full time, but they would go there, hang out, play video games and
He
everything.
lived in the Providence Mall.
Dude, this
parking
went
lot.
on for years.
How long did he live there?
It-
Jeff, fact check us. How long did the guy live in the Providence place?
It was for years. It was for at least a
Garage.
couple.
A guy lived
maybe
in the garage.
3
Look it
years,
up.
and they were discovered. Somebody just happened to
Did
be.
he get
like-
arrested?
They didn't
Look at
get
this guy.
arrested. They went.
He's on the kiss cam. Look at him. He wants to kiss you.
Oh no!
I hope he hasn't put any chapstick on.
That's it. Put some.
That's Dave, the owner. He allows us to be here because he feels bad for us.
And say hello to the fine people.
Dave. This is Dave, the owner of Brood. Don't put any chapstick on. It's a whole
Yeah.
thing.
Do you wear chapstick by any chance?
Not frequently.
Oh, good. That's good for everybody's sake.
Yeah.
Because Mike has to make out with everybody that puts on chapstick for the rest of his life. It's a whole challenge. So how Jeff's looking up how long he lived. How long did he live in the garage?
4 years.
He
I
lived
told you.
4 years in the garage. You know where he lives now? Inside a whale. He was a humpback whale that swallowed him.
We
Did
were
you
just
see the
tell-
video of the humpback whale swallowing a Chilean kayaker? No. So I'll show you later. He swallowed him, spit him back out. Guy lived in a whale for a couple minutes.
So, Dave, we mentioned to our studio audience
Of millions.
that we would at Brood Awakenings will be broadcasting on some of the TVs out there with closed captions. So if they want to see the Mike and Brad show, enjoy a
Brood.
cup of coffee, watch the Mike and Brad show, and run into Dave. But hey, bring your chapstick.
That's right. Absolutely. Bring your chapstick.
Thank you, David.
Thank you, Dave. The only last subject before we go, we're out of time here, is to say congratulations. I can't believe we're saying this to the Philadelphia Eagles. We hate the Eagles, but we hate KC much more. So the enemy of my enemy is my friend.
Let
as they
me
say.
ask you a question.
Sure, hit me.
I thought we hate the Eagles. We
Hate 'em.
hate them.
Hate them.
But we hate KC more than we hate. There's a lot of hate going on.
Way more.
Way more. So, because we're Patriot fans, and the worst thing about the KC, it was all the talk about the GOAT, the GOAT, the GOAT,
Yeah.
the new GOAT, the new GOAT.
And
Anyways,
that's settled.
it's settled, definitely settled. But while we were watching the game, did you have the feeling I had, especially with the pick six? I jumped
so
to
good.
the ceiling.
Oh, so good.
And it was almost like I was a Philly fan forever.
Yeah.
I couldn't tell you two players on the team
Mike's
outside
like,
of Barkley and Hurts.
E-A-G-L-E.
I couldn't even spell Eagles, but yet I found myself totally separating myself from my hate for the Eagles, and I was on board with them 100%. Where I wanted to chip a car over and set it on fire.
Mike's running around his house. He's freaking flying like an eagle.
My wife enjoyed the game. We just enjoyed it so much. And she always asked me, who are you rooting for? Oh, every Sunday, who do you like? And then she shakes her head because of the stupid reasons why I hate teams. You know? So I'm like, this is why I don't like them. And she'll like, but valid.
Oh,
on
so-
both those teams.
So it's settled. Tom Brady is the GOAT. Patrick Mahomes is a Muppet with a bad haircut. Listen, congrats. We're out of time. Thank you for watching the Mike and Brad Show.
Thank you.
Thank you, America. Good night.